Back in the day, when I was fresh out of high school, the Ava Drug was the place to hang out in town. Let me tell you why. The Ava Drug has been a local icon for generations thanks to one man, David Norman. The Norman family's pharmacy roots goes back to 1919, with Boone Norman Sr. opening their first business. The Ava Drug officially opened in 1950, and the soda fountain, with its cherry red stools and checker floor tiles, was the heart of the store. David worked here as a teenager, stocking soda bottles. Said he got so sick of the place that he couldn't hardly stand it. But in 1967, he returned to town with a pharmacy degree and took over the business. By the early 1980s, David had decided that the soda fountain had become a little outdated and made the decision to remove the feature. This greatly upset his father, and David would soon learn his father had a reason to be upset, because that side of the store was never as busy as it used to be. But what was done, and they moved forward. David sold the store in 1991, but then he bought it back again in 2003, this time with a goal in mind, to bring back the soda fountain. David tracked down Jack Brazil, the man who built the original fixtures way back in 1958. Together they were able to figure out the dimensions, the stool height, the counter height, everything they would need. And together with a local contractor, they were able to restore the soda fountain close to the way it originally was, in the exact same location. In April 2005, the soda fountain had its grand reopening. By 8 o'clock, people were lined up down the road, and by 10, they had already ran out of Coke. Prices stayed retro: nickel a dip ice cream, 10-cent sodas, 5-cent coffee. The soda fountain may have lost the store revenue itself, but foot traffic and prescription sales more than doubled. This gained the store national attention, and the New York Times themselves came down to do an article. David would go on to sell the Ava Drug to a pharmaceutical company, who would then later become acquired by Walgreens. Sadly, when that acquisition happened, the soda fountain was once more shut down. David Norman was more than just the owner of a local drugstore. He was mayor of Ava twice and served on the Board of Aldermen, the Ava School Board, and multiple other councils. He was a local legend. Sadly, David passed away earlier this month. And while the city mourns his loss, they remember the wonderful things he provided to this great community. So there's a few stories from the town that I grew up in. Where should we go next? Let me know. Maybe I'll come do a story about your town.